All right, we're live. Live, live, live. All right, hey everybody. I just want to do a quick video on are you growing or not, and how to find out if you're growing. So just a couple quick tips. There's going to be a quick video, but I'm going to tell you a story first. Do you know who Archimedes was? Archimedes was a philosopher, inventor, physicist, mathematician in ancient Greece, Sicily, about 250-ish BC. Anyway, Archimedes, he was just an incredible inventor, and he did this. There's one quick story about him where his cousin, who was the king, said, "Hey, look, well, I've got this problem. It takes forever to get all the stuff on our ships all the way up the hill and out of the mountain and to where we need it. Can you do something about it?" Well, long short, Archimedes invents something that basically scoops up a ship loaded with cargo and brings it all the way up to shore, sets it down gently. And, he does this with this little machine that he's just wheeling things around with in his hand, and then puts a little wooden block back in to keep the gears, the little gears, bigger gears, from pushing it all back into the water and of it being a big disaster. Little block. And of course, his cousin is blown away. What in the world is this? And Archimedes at some point replied, "Listen, you give me a platform, you give me a place to stand sufficient enough, and I can move the earth." And you got to stop and think about that for a second. Right? What does that mean? Oh my gosh, you give me a place to stand, you give me firm ground to stand on, I can move the earth. Okay, so what does that mean for us as coaches? Well, what is our place to stand as coaches? Well, one of them is philosophically, we need to have a place to stand. What do we actually believe? What do we know? Another place that we need to stand is, man, are we growing? Am I having an impact? Am I creating what I want with my clients? Excuse me. And that's tough to do sometimes as a coach because, you depending on how long you've been coaching, you're coaching somebody and, man, I don't know if I'm getting better. Am I getting stuck? Am I getting, and if you don't hire a mentor, somebody to take a look and see where you are. Oh, there's a bonus, a third tip. Hire a mentor. But if you don't hire a mentor, you're sort of like, am I growing? I don't even know. What am I even doing here? And I remember having those thoughts again and again and again. What am I even doing here? Is this even valuable? All right. So a couple tips. One, write. Actually, I'll tell you them both quickly, and then we'll unpack both of them. So one is to do some writing, and two, get yourself some new clients. Okay, the writing aspect is do some writing about what you believe philosophically. Do some writing about what you're noticing about your coaching, what you're struggling with, what you're doing excellent with, what's really working, where your questions are. And I promise you, if you do this faithfully, a couple times a week for a few months, in a few months, you're going to go back and look and go, oh my gosh, I remember that. In maybe 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. But it's something you got to get started on now, obviously. You're going to go back and go, oh my gosh, I remember when I didn't even know how to formulate a really great question. Or, oh my gosh, I remember when I was stuck all the time on how to complete a call really strongly. And then you're going to find yourself saying, look, wow, I've grown. Why? Because you've given yourself a place to stand. Well, philosophically, but historically, a place to stand. I remember I used to struggle with this. I am no longer struggling with this. Okay, what does that say about you? What does that mean about you? Well, that means I've gotten better. I've grown. Great. So there's one way. The other thing is getting new clients. One of the challenges that people have in relationships in general is when you make mistakes, when you screw up, when you have a pattern of behavior with someone or a group, right? You think, I got to move. I want to go to a new place. I've got to get new friends. I want to find a new husband, a new wife. Why? Because what happens is we think the work we've got to do to overcome the challenges from the past, whether our own work exclusively or, in the relationship, I don't know if we can and I can be part of this thing that's going to take a long time to kind of push and get over the edge to the other side. And so doesn't mean you've got to get rid of all your clients, but when you get a new client, you find yourself showing up a little differently. Why? Because you've had a lot of experiences as a coach who just was taking anybody to coach, as a coach who took people that, you knew you shouldn't, but you did it for the money, or you did it because, this person went to this college, or, they said they were going to refer people to you, and you make mistakes. And those mistakes, when you overcome them, you bring that goodness, that wisdom, that strength, that courage. Did I say strength twice? to the next client. And suddenly you see yourself interacting in a different way. And that's a wonderful surprise when you see yourself doing your initial session, your discovery session or intake sessions more powerfully, more confidently. You see yourself entering the coaching more confidently and powerfully. That is a wonderful victory as well. Then, of course, then you're standing on that and building going forward. So I'm going to keep it short. I just want to offer a couple quick insights as to how to see yourself really growing as coaches, because I know particularly newer coaches, even I mentor newer coaches. I mentor people who've been doing this for 5, 10, 15 years and who come back for a quick brush up is, what am I doing? Am I even doing good work anymore? I feel like I'm just in the status quo. I just do what I've been doing. And it's great to have somebody on the outside to say, oh yeah, you're doing great here. I see this, I see that. This might be a place where you want to, check out if it's just like a habit of yours and a pattern rather than, something that's intuitive and fresh and needed in the moment. But those are a couple of the really great places to stand, to think about. Again, what are they? Get yourself a new client or 5, do your work and do that writing. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 3 minutes a day. You can look at 3 minutes a day, a couple times a week. It'll do wonders for you, I promise. I just was going back in my computer and looking at all the writings I've done over the years, and 25, 30 years of writing, all little snippets, little bits and pieces of things that I thought were so wise. It was me regurgitating Tony Robbins stuff. I found stuff that I thought was brilliant coaching, and I go, oh my gosh, I was just trying to sound a little bit different, but this is still somebody else's stuff. And I can start to find myself and my own ideas, my own philosophy, my mastery over certain concepts and ideas, and ultimately, right, your mastery over yourself. And I talk about in my work, mastery of the moment, which, I don't think we ever have completely, but we have glimmers of and tastes of. So yeah, get to work, do those things. And you can feel free to comment below, or if you aren't on Uncompromised Coach, the Facebook group, go join us over there and comment, and let's keep the conversation going. All right, everybody, Coach Uncompromised. I'll talk to you soon.